Alright, my friends, so today we are going to discuss who is the villain of Pinakuni story, and we will go through your opinion in the poll that I made on my community tab, and then I will give you my opinion about it as well. And I would love to hear your opinion in the comments section below in case you didn't vote in the poll, or even if you voted in the poll and you have something to say, I would love to hear it in the comments section below. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to support the channel, and without any further ado, let us get started and see who did you pick first as the villain of Pinakuni. And as you can see, we have here 3,000 votes, and Mr. Sunday is winning with a big majority. Like, this isn't even close to the others. 64% of people are saying that he is going to be the villain. This is actually an insane landslide to win with, and it's pretty interesting, to be honest. It's definitely interesting. Now, one thing that I want to mention is the fact that there are so few people, or actually, not so few people, so many people who think that just because a woman is gorgeous or a woman is a mummy, she isn't going to betray you. Like, come on, guys. Black Swan literally sent you to Aventurine as a transaction. Don't you think that this is a little bit suspicious? Doesn't she deserve a little higher percentage here? Like, come on, guys. Come on, 3%, seriously, 3% for her and 64% for him. Come on. This is a little bit interesting, to be honest. Anyways, in my opinion, I think that I kind of agree with this poll. Sunday might turn out actually to be the villain, but let me give you my opinion about all of them in order. So first of all, Acheron. I don't think that Acheron is going to be the villain. I think that Acheron has actually two different personalities. One that is the one that we are talking with. The other one is the red text, basically, that she speaks with. And I think that that red text, since she is the only character until now who has it, it is a clear indication from the writers that this character has actually a second personality. Now, not only that, but also if we look at her design, you can see on her thigh that she has actually a tattoo, and this tattoo has two different colors. It is pretty much the same tattoo, basically copied upon each other, but it has two different colors. The first one is purple, and the other one is red, and this could be also an indication that she has actually two different personalities. And lastly, even her name here, you can see that it has basically a purple at the beginning and then a red at the end. So I think that it is a pretty clear indication from the writers that this, and even the designers actually, that this character is going to have double personalities. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, because I think that the Acheron that we are with right now isn't going to be a villain. She is a normal person. She is a good person. However, once that other personality take over her, then she might turn into a villain. And that might be the reason why she hesitated to rescue Firefly, because she maybe thought that if she try basically to draw her sword, she is going to be consumed by the other personality and she is going to kill everyone there. So instead of risking that, she decided to not do anything, and by that basically Firefly was killed. So I think that this is the reason why she didn't draw her sword to save Firefly, and I think that this is also another indication that there is a second personality that might be actually a villain that has with Acheron to do, but I don't think that Acheron herself is actually a villain. There might be a personality that takes over her that is a villain, but she herself isn't. Anyways, the second one is Black Swan. And as for Black Swan, I think that she is more of a character that wants actually to leave everything for others and then just watch it and record it. So she is going to do stuff that are villainous, she is going to do stuff that are good. It doesn't matter, she really doesn't care about anything. All she cares about is her job and basically doing what she deems to be useful for her. She is going to do only what she deems is useful for her. She doesn't care about anyone else. She doesn't care about Aventurine. She doesn't care about us. She doesn't care about Firefly. In fact, she was actually watching Firefly being murdered as if it was just a movie for her. Like, that was insane. Even Acheron reacted in a much better way actually than her. So I think that while she isn't a good person, she is definitely not a villain either. I think that she is just a person who cares about herself and nothing else, and she is going to do whatever is deemed to be advantageous for her, nothing else. Now we move on to Aventurine, and here we get some interesting stuff. Now Aventurine is actually from the IPC, and already from Belobog we can see that the IPC aren't actually good people. They are, we could call them antagonists, but they are actually villains. They destroy every single planet they actually take over, and they act as if they saved it, but in reality they destroyed it. So basically, Aventurine doesn't have a really good background there, and I think that he has a very high chance, much higher than 19%, to be actually the villain, especially with the fact that we still didn't see actually his second form, and we don't know how he transforms into it or how he gets it. If you watch the White Knight animation, he has actually a second form there. We didn't see it so clear because it was basically in the dark, but he still have a second form that we didn't see until now that we have to see, and I think that that one might be actually where we see that he is a villain. However, no matter what, there is something suspicious about Aventurine. Even if he isn't a villain, he is going to take advantage of us for his own advantage, and basically he is going to use us for his own advantages to basically to get what he wants from Penacony. So even if he isn't an actual villain, he is going to be a bad person for sure. There is no doubt about that, because we saw that the IPC, even when it comes to Topaz as well was actually willing to destroy the entirety of Belobog if they don't actually do what she says. We were able to then basically convince her to not do that, which was good. However, I don't think that we will be able to do the same with Aventurine, because him, my friends, is something else. Aventurine, my friends, is something else. So we will see, but I think that he has actually a very, very high chance of being the villain. Now, if you ask me, I would say Aventurine has 40% chance of being actually the villain, Sunday has 50% chance of being the villain, and then 10% is left for someone else. And by someone else, I don't mean Black Swan or Acheron, no, I mean someone that didn't appear until now and will appear maybe in part 2 or part 3 of the story. So this is my opinion. And then we have Sunday. Now, as I said before, I do agree with the poll. I think that Sunday has the highest chance of being the villain actually, for two reasons. One, there wasn't actually a lot of focus around him. They showed us him at the very start, and if I am not forgetting anything, I think that they just left him aside until the very end, where Sparkle talks with him. So I think that this is a pretty showcase that he is going to be pretty interesting for the story, but they didn't want to basically give us a lot of information about him, and that's why they just showed us him at the start. Oh, hello, there is someone who is called Sunday, here he is. And then at the very end, don't forget that there is someone who is called Sunday, and here he is. So I think that they want to tell us that he is going to be interesting for the story, but they didn't want us to have more information about him, and that's why they didn't show us anything about him in the story itself. So basically, he is the character that is mostly unknown for us right now. We have the least information about him, and that's why I think that the mystery around him might be actually one of the reasons for why he is going to be the villain for the story. Other than that, once Sparkle leaves, he actually laughs in a pretty interesting way that looks like a villainous laugh, even though he knew that his sister is dead, and he says stuff like taking revenge and stuff like that after a certain thing happens, and he would basically bring the news, the funeral news, to the watchmaker. So I really have so much hope that he would turn out to be a very good villain. By good, I don't mean a good person. A very good written villain. And I really hope that they are going to do that, because he looks like an angel, and when an angel is the villain, that is when you get a good villain. Anyways, this is my opinion about it. Let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below. Who do you think is going to be the villain for Penacony? And do you think that it is going to be one of these four, or do you think that it is going to be someone else? By the way, this poll has actually 74 comments. All of them are really amazing. So if you want to check them out, you can go to my community tab and check the comments. They have some really amazing ideas. Some of them are saying that it could be someone else, completely else, not from these four, and some of them are saying that it is going to be a specific one for a specific reason. If you want to check it out, you can check it on my community tab. Anyways, with that being said, that was everything for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Honkai Star Rail.